Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Haley. Today, we're gonna be going over my favorites for the month of September, which is crazy. Again, I say this at the end of every month. I cannot believe it's already October. It's October 1st when I'm filming this. Disclaimer, my voice, we went to California for a wedding and came back, and somewhere in between there, my voice got really messed up. Like, I don't feel sick at all. I don't know if it was like the air on the plane and then much drier air there. There was a fire nearby, and then coming back and then teaching, so my voice hasn't really had a chance to get better. Anyway, just know that that is the case, but I have a lot of random stuff this month. I have a few beauty things, but also some lifestyle things that I am very excited to share with you. So let's just get into it. Okay, I want to start with this Covergirl Blush. It's their True Blend So Flushed Blush in Love Me. It's this cooler toned pink shade with shimmer in it. And I bought it on a whim because I saw it at the drugstore and I was like, you know what? I have never tried this before. And it kind of looks almost NARS-like in the formula, and I would say it definitely seems like not necessarily a dupe for the Orgasm specifically, because I think the glitter in it is not necessarily gold glitter, but it is really pretty. If you like a shimmery highlight, I think you would really like this. And the funny thing about this is when you first apply it, it seems like a lot. I mean, I applied it and I was like, wow, this is pigmented. Like, you can definitely use a lighter hand with it and it will look really pretty. And then at first I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. And then later on throughout the day, I would look in the mirror and it just looked gorgeous on the cheeks. So this is one that's very like almost unassuming, and it's really, really pretty. So if you've been sleeping on these, I mean, they're really old. They've been out a long time, I think, but I had never tried them before. So I really like it. And even on my hand, I feel like the swatch doesn't look great, but on the cheeks, I'm not wearing it today, but on the cheeks, it just looks gorgeous. I would just look throughout the day in different lighting, different mirrors, and it looks so pretty. I really want to get even a different shade because I don't know if this shade of pink is always the most flattering on me. I want to try one of their other shades now because it's really pretty. The formula I really, really like. Next is this Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water. So this is a smaller travel size version of it. I bought this for a trip because every time I bring baby oil in a little thing, it always ends up getting everywhere. I know they make little baby oils. I'll have to try to find one of those at some point, but I couldn't find it. And this is what I could find. And believe it or not, I know these got popular, I think in like what, 2016? And I had never used it before. I'm very partial to balms for taking makeup off the face, but I wanted something to take makeup off the eyes, and this says it's safe for the eyes. I tested this in a short and I was so surprised. I wiped it off and almost all of it came completely off. And then one of you guys commented on my short and was like, hey, you should leave it on for a few seconds and then wipe it off. And it gets it off even better. Like, I don't have to scrub or anything like that. It works really, really well. And it was awesome to travel with. The packaging didn't get all over. I still think I want to keep using baby oil to take eye makeup off, only because it's cheaper. It's like $2 or $3 for a huge thing of baby oil. And I think one of these is like a big one is like anywhere from $8 to $12 from what I've seen in different stores. So I still think that the baby oil is a better bang for your buck and it also gets it off. But if you don't like that oily feeling or you've just been wanting to try this, I think that the micellar water worked really well for eye makeup. I can't speak for face makeup because like I said, I'm really partial to balms, but it worked great for eye makeup. So if you haven't ever used it and you're like, I don't know if I want to put that on my eyes, that's how I always felt. It actually works really well and it does not irritate my eyes one bit. And I have sensitive eyes, so big win on this one. Okay, now if you've been watching my videos for a while, I've been on a drugstore skincare journey for a bit. I've replaced a lot of high-end products with drugstore products that work really well, and my skin at times is like the clearest it's ever been. Hormonal, you know, certain times of the month, I will get a lot of breakouts, but then they'll go away after like a week or so. And I feel like this is part of that. I tried this month the Dermae Vitamin C Concentrated Serum, and I really, really like it. It's different from other vitamin C serums that I've tried. It's a lot thinner and more of like a watery texture. I feel like other ones I've tried are like thicker and more like traditional serum-like in texture. It's really nice. It actually sinks into the skin really quickly too. The only thing I will say about it is that it has a strong citrusy scent. This is supposed to be really good for you. I mean, it's 100% stable vitamin C. And yeah, I mean, it's not tested on animals. It's vegan. It's soy-free, gluten-free. I mean, they seem like they make it with wind energy. They really try to make this as good for you as possible. But I don't know if the scent comes naturally or if it's added in. But either way, if you're super sensitive to fragrance, you might not like this. I don't think it really lingers on the skin though, maybe for a bit until it sinks in, but after that I don't notice it, and I almost always put makeup on over it, and I definitely don't notice it after that. But if you're looking for a drugstore vitamin C serum, I love the number 7, but this is a close second for me, if not right neck and neck. I really like this. I really only used up like this much, and I really have been using it for about a month. So a little bit goes a long way with this one because it is so watery, but I really like it. I love that I'm finding these great drugstore skincare products because I just feel like the drugstore can do it. And don't get me wrong, there's still high-end skincare products I love, but it just makes me happy that I'm finding some good ones at the drugstore. Okay. This next one, I haven't even done a video on it. I've been using it for a couple weeks and I freaking love it so much. I can't not put it in this video. It's the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette. And I know a lot of people are making videos on this. I still want to make my own review video, but I mean, this is going to be a big spoiler. I love it, you guys. I love it way more than the Glam palette. And I like the Glam palette. It's the one I used on my wedding day, but this one I love way more. It just seems more wearable to me because it's not so cool toned. This one is just very, very neutral, and it has gorgeous shimmer shades in it. The mattes blend really well. I love this shade here, Muse. That's like a chunkier glitter shadow, or chunkier shimmer shadow, I should say. There is some glitter in there too, though. It is so pretty. Look at that. It's gorgeous. And then I absolutely love this shade here, Delilah. This one is more of a finer milled shimmer shade, and it's so pretty. And then there's another one in that formula called Mia. That's like a pink shade, and it is so pretty too. So I freaking love this. I have had to force myself not to use it. Like today was the first day in like 2 weeks that I haven't used it, except for when I was in that wedding because I already knew what palette I wanted to use. But I was in California and I went to a mall while I was waiting for my husband to come in because he had to come in a day later than me because of work. And I walked around this mall in San Jose and they had a Sephora, and I went in for my birthday gift because my birthday was last week. And I saw this and I wasn't going to get it. And then once I swatched it, I was like, no, I'm going to need that. So I freaking love this, you guys. It is so, so good. I can't wait to do like a whole video on it and do some looks for you because I just love it. Okay, the next thing I want to show you is actually a brush, and it's a brush that's been discontinued, but I figured there's a lot of brushes that are similar out there and I just wanted to show it to you. So this is this Ulta Beauty. It's this Gilmore Girls brush that I got for my birthday like 2 years ago. I love the shape of it and the angle of it. I pulled it back out a couple of months ago because I'd always used a big fluffy brush for loose powder, and I noticed that with certain foundations it was taking the coverage away. And then I pulled this one out and I was like, you know what, this looks perfect for just distributing some powder in the areas you need. It's perfect for that. So if you've been looking for a brush, look for one that's kind of similar to this if you struggle with big powder brushes taking away coverage, because it works really well. You probably can find these on eBay or places like that, but I've seriously had this for years, and I wanted to give a shout out to the powder I'm using, and I know I've mentioned this before, and everybody loves it. I feel like it's the Makeup Forever Ultra HD setting powder. I have it in vanilla. This one, I really, really like it. You guys know I love the Laura Mercier. This one is just a little bit less heavy, but it also provides coverage and is blurring. So I really, really like this one. And these two together are a really, really good combination. So I just wanted to give this a shout out. I've been loving this brush for months and I keep meaning to put it in a favorites video. And then I stop myself because I'm like, well, you can't really get the brush anymore, but I know there are lots of similar brushes out there. So I really, really like this. Okay, my next combination that I want to share is a hair combination. And I used it for the wedding and I got a lot of compliments on my hair that day. First off is the Bedhead After Party Super Smoothing Cream. I feel like I've had this in a favorites video before, but I really want to talk about these two like together. So first of all, this smells amazing. It smells so good. It smells like a salon. And it's kind of bulky, but I brought it with me to California. And I like to take this, you can put it on wet hair before you style it, but you also can take just a little bit, I'll do it right now, on the fingers. And then I just kind of put it between my hands and I'll sort of put it up top here because it does a really good job of taming frizz, and I tend to get really frizzy right on the top of my head. And I thought it's drier there, so I won't have that, but I still was pretty frizzy there too. And then when I put this on, people were like, whoa, your hair suddenly looks like really nice. What did you do? And I told them that. And then I also used this Olaplex bonding oil, which I know I've talked about before. And this is, you only need a really little bit, but it adds this gorgeous shine to your hair. I don't even know if you'll be able to see it on camera right now, but I always get compliments when I use this in my hair, and I try to always use it when I style my hair just because it just makes your hair look so healthy. That's what I love about it. It looks healthy, it looks smooth. So these two together are like miracle hair products. Highly recommend. Like the bridesmaids were even asking me like, hey, what did you just use on your hair? It looks really nice. And I was like, okay, well, these are the two products. And then I let them use like the oil and stuff. So I really, really like these two together. And I think last but not least for favorites, I have two fails I want to mention. I have the Bath & Body Works Leaves candle. This is leftover from last year, so this is probably last year's packaging. It's probably different now. This is my favorite fall candle, you guys. It smells so good, and I'm basically out of it. We've been burning it like crazy this month, and we basically have used up almost the entire thing. So I think I'm going to put this in my empties, but it's hard to explain. I know the notes must be on here somewhere. And I know I've had this in a favorites video before too. Crisp red apple, golden nectar, warm clove spice with natural essential oils. It is just so good. And I'm so happy because we've been burning through a lot of our candles, which means that probably not this year, but next year I can actually buy some new ones, which is always exciting. But I feel like Leaves is always going to be a repurchase because it just smells so freaking good. It's like the epitome of fall. Okay, this could also be a favorite. Look up vintage fall playlists on Spotify, and it's like a lot of like jazz and a lot of Frank Sinatra and even things like the Peanuts songs from like the Great Pumpkin and stuff like that are in there. Light this candle while listening to that playlist and you're going to feel like you're in a fall dream. I love it. I seriously love it. I play that playlist almost every day when I'm at work before the kids come in because it really calms me and it puts me in a really good mood. So recommend that as well. And they have a couple different ones. So just choose the one that you like the best. They're all kind of similar, but they're all really good. I've listened to, like I said, most of them. And I like the vintagey ones. They have more modern ones too, if that's what you're into, but the vintagey ones, I'm like, I love them so much. Now I also have two fails. One of them I have with me, the other one I don't. The first one that I have with me is this Old Spice deodorant in Wilderness. It's their lavender and it smells really, really good. I wanted to just try something different, but it's so funny that this is made for guys because I felt like I had to reapply a couple different times in the day with this. Whereas like my regular Dove unscented one for women is like way better and lasts throughout the entire day. So after like a week of using this, I went to the store and bought my regular Dove one because I was like, this is not going to work for me. I cannot just keep reapplying deodorant throughout the day. So it smells really good, but I don't think it does a good job of actually like keeping you fresh and smelling good throughout the entire day. I felt like I had to reapply. The other one I got rid of, it is the Flamingo razor, and I used it for probably about 2 months or so, and I just like the Billy razors better. And the reason I use the Flamingo is because they had the Flamingo at Target, and I was just too lazy to drive to Walmart to go get the Billy razors. And so I was like, well, this seems similar. Like, I'll try the Flamingo. Not nearly as good. For one thing, they give a little suction cup with that one, and it doesn't work nearly as well with keeping your razor on the wall of your bathroom the way that the Billy one does. So that's one strike against it. Not the end of the world though, which is why I kept using it. But then it just didn't give me as close of a shave without irritating my skin. It just didn't do as good of a job as the Billy razor. So I ended up going to Walmart like after 2 months of using that razor and getting the Billy one. And my skin is much, much happier now. I can't even explain it. I don't know what it is, the magic of the Billy one. And I know a lot of people love the Flamingo one, but for me, it just didn't compare. So that was another fail for me this month. If you enjoyed this video, I hope that you will subscribe and give it a thumbs up. It does help out my channel a lot. If you're already subscribed, I hope you'll hit the notification bell so you get notified when I upload new videos. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Love you guys. Bye.